It's the point in
Indiana.
winter when I'm like, ugh, I'm ready to be done.
Indiana's already got 3 to 4 inches. That's, yeah, you guys are west of us.
I'll just be happy if it gets me out of work tomorrow.
Oh,
That's
Ghost
what
is in
my
Indiana too, it looks like.
that's what my kiddo is counting on.
Snow day, yeah.
I hear it's really snowy in Minnesota, a lot of ice.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try to send some to Europe for you, son.
This is right now before we get more.
Woof. That looks like a nice donut table.
Yeah. I mean, we've done a bit of shoveling since, but that's pretty much where we're at, and we're getting another, like, so for us it's centimeters, 30 centimeters today. So needless to say, I've hit the it's time to book my next vacation portion of my winter.
Oh God, seriously.
Rough. Why am I not in Mexico right now or Florida or somewhere not snowy?
Mm-hmm.
If only I would have known, I would have planned ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesse, I feel so sorry. Texas. Texas gets a centimeter of snow and the whole city shuts down.
You're the intro guy today, I think, Sol.
Oh, am I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. We better get rolling then. So, want to welcome everyone to stage today. We have a lot of cool things that are happening in the game right now that we're going to be covering. Just to get some of the stuff out of the way. Obviously, those of you that have been to stage before are already chatting in the live chat. Feel free to ask us any questions there, chit chat with the rest of the audience and stage members. Also, if you want to come up on stage and discuss any of the topics that we're covering or just have a question, hit the raise hand icon. We'll bring you up on stage and ask you questions. Also, in the live ID channel, leave your in-game ID and we can have the fairy send you guys a nice little gift for participating in stage today. You get a little bit more if you come up on stage and talk, but shh, don't tell anyone. So with no further ado, I'm going to hand it over to the lovely Bug Gaming, and we're going to get the show on the road. Thank you guys all for joining today. Look forward to the show.
Yeah, thank you, Sol. So, first thing I want to talk about, maybe everybody's already gotten some of their free goodies from this event that we've been waiting for, this snowy blizzard event, very fitting for the weather that's happening right now. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is if you're going to get some of the things from the store from your snowflakes that you win. Now, I'm pretty sure free-to-play can get the hill skin. I don't know if you can get anything more than that, but if you can, unless you're a collector, I mean, I think, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, the frame is cool, but probably something you want to pass up if you want to make your hill a little bit stronger, because you can get 3 exotic shells basically for the price of that frame, or some ascent shells or some exotic fodder, something that might actually make your hill stronger, whereas the frame, in my experience, just kind of collects dust in my frame shop with all the other frames, including like Godzilla and, you know, everything else that I don't wear anymore, or that nobody wears anymore. So I don't know. What do you guys grabbing the frame or just the hill skin and some of the other items?
I did grab the frame. I don't wear the frames, but I've got this like, it's can't have it incomplete.
It is
I never
shiny.
wear them. I don't know why I have them, but yeah, looking back at it, if you are, it's not a wise choice. It's just a personal choice. That should be a T-shirt. Collecting the other items is more value to your hill for sure. It's too bad they don't give some form of buff for the frames or some kind of like either benefit other than being around your profile picture. But I like to change my profile picture a lot, so yeah. But I wouldn't recommend to others. I'd be like, collect the other things like the exotic shells or fodder or the ascent shells first.
Yeah, so probably the order of priority of things I would get is that hill skin, then the exotic shells, then maybe ascent shells, if it'll let you go that far. And it looks like they're going to give us a cool new ornament with a little health buff. Really, $5 worth of creature remains, an exotic shell, some soldier reform, an insect egg at level, what is that, 2 or 3? So pretty cool just to get some free stuff from the event. Obviously, if you spend like, I think $35, you can very easily get the hill skin and some extra exotic shells and some of the other items, which I couldn't resist. Also, there is, for those who haven't found it yet, after you collect all your snowflakes and you go through a certain number of levels, it'll give you all 4 images of that tablet. Once you get there, there's an auto hunt feature, so you don't have to click 1,000 times to get through the snow to get your rewards. So if anyone didn't know that, it shows up after you get the tablet, which you probably have by now, and then you can just zoom through those levels without having to click 1,000 times. And then coinciding with this event, here's what the tablet shows when you get the tablet, or all 4 pieces. And I don't really know what to make of this other than some ampy looking stones around a tree. Auto Explorer, that's it. Thank you, Jake. So that's the tablet, which you may have seen already. And then, so the event sort of coincides, the Snowy Christmas, says chapter 1, with the cave exploration. So some of the cool things in the cave are, let me see here. There we go. A new March skin that goes with the event. So if you want to max out the metal for this event, you have to get the March skin, the Owl Hill that Nim really likes, and then the Ferret. And you can get some of the new Top Ants and the Phantom Menace again. Then I'm just going to jump over to the actual season event, because I know there's some new things going on there. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but looks like for sand, meat, and leaves, we have new wild creatures that look pretty awesome. So the icy scorpion, the sapphire beetle, and the glazed mantis. Now, I noticed maybe a change in this event where you get personal rewards for hitting level 20s, and then it switches to level 21s, so that can make it tough if people are trying to get those personal achievement rewards that come with a lot of resin for the event. Can make it tough if you're not really shooting for level 21s at this stage. So then on days like where you have to get level 21 Hornets, can be a little challenging, which, by the way, new look on the Hornets, make them a little easier to spot, I think. What do you guys think of the new wild creature looks?
I think they're all pretty well done.
Yeah, I wonder why they didn't go with like the Devil Stick and the Termite Hill change. They were just like, no, those are new enough. They're already new.
Or maybe they're coming in. We're going to see changes to those later in the event. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? I mean, a fiery little termite hill would be pretty cool.
Yep.
I like the new
So-
Hornet though.
hmm
I think they look kind of robotic almost because they're a little metallic looking. Almost look like Hornet
Mhm.
robots.
They look like little Iron Man hornets.
Yeah.
Hey, Bugsy, we've got a hand up. I'm going to bring them up on stage or invite them.
Nice. Korag, you just have to accept the invite to come up on stage. Once you click that, you'll be up here with us.
Anyway, continue on until they decide to accept it.
Yeah.
Or not.
So, yeah, if anyone else wants to as well, same thing. Just put your hand up. We'll invite you up. Click on yes, you want to come up here, and then you're up here. So,
I like that this event. I like that this event coincides with the season. I think that's pretty cool because it makes this season unique to whatever the next season might be. Like maybe that's something they're going to do more often, so you don't know
yeah,
what
right?
you're going to get necessarily
Are they going
every season.
to make a wintry map for, or a summer, a hot map for the summer while we're in season during the summer? Who knows?
Or wouldn't it be cool if all the rivers and stuff were lava?
That would be
And have
cool.
volcanoes and stuff. How fun would that be?
Yeah. I have so many pictures on my phone I can't find.
That's a good question. Great question. If the icy creatures disappear,
Yeah, I really hope that they stay, but they might disappear once this event is over.
And maybe
Yeah.
that's why they are the way they are. Light
I think
bulb
it's
moment.
a theme.
Yeah. What else? New in the
Maybe-
treasure. Sorry, go ahead.
maybe they'll have another event tied with summer for the next jungle, because you know how they're switching things around. We still don't know if the Konjak event, mini event within the season, is going to change to something else, because we had the plump fruit the first time, and then now we have the Konjak, and maybe it'll change into something else for the next season.
Yeah.
Because the whole theme behind it is it's a mutated jungle, right? So maybe each season will have a different mutation.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. I think that sounds very feasible. I'm looking for a picture now where they have some different. Here we go. So they have the winter, summer, spring, and then amp crystal looking season, which I think is supposed to be the summer season. In this photo that they put up on, I think, Facebook or something like that. So some people were like, what's this summer event thing with the crystals? Are they going to have new crystals? And I think it's just, that's what summer's going to be hot. So it's going to be a hot, lava, fiery, cavey theme. So excited for what that brings. What else in the event? I guess before switching to something else, we could talk a little bit about something that's going to come up for everyone in about 2 or 3 days, which is the Konjak fight. So here's what we know about it so far. The Konjaks are functioning like a fortress. The Konjaks are going to be made available 4 hours before your protection time ends. So if your protection time ends like mine at 8 UTC, you're going to be up a little late that night. Because it's only going to be open from 4 to 8 UTC, the last 4 hours before. And someone showed me there's a screen you can actually look to see that the time of the Konjak will take place for you. So if you click on, I think, occupation details, something to that effect, it'll bring you to this screen, and then it'll say, so for this particular camp, it's the 26th or the 28th, between 12 and 16 UTC. And then the next one is going to be like a week later. But I think one of the important things to note is that the buildings do function like a fortress. So if you're thinking about, like what do I want to enhance in my hill, right? Do I want to enhance this first or that first? What about the buildings that give me a buff when fighting fortresses? Those might come in handy, or those are going to come in handy because this is considered, or the Konjak is considered a fortress. So what else? The what's the name of that event that's coming out today after the little rabbit in water or whatever he is? You just have to hit it and it gives you a bunch of buffs. The sea otter, or just the otter. So make sure you hit the otter as many times as you can, and your alliance maxes that out. So because with the otter comes a lot of buffs as well for fortresses specifically, and leading up to the fight for these Konjaks in a couple days, those will come in handy. What I know we might have some differences of opinion on rallies versus just jumping at a tower. Soul, what do you think? Are you going to be rallying these Konjaks a lot, or just shooting straight for them?
Well, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of rallying back and forth. Like I don't know. We'll have to play it out, but there was like an interesting read to the rules that people are debating, but I think your team can support one of the Konjak even if they're not connected. That so let's say one of your campmates is connected, they rally, they capture the one of the three Konjaks, then I think even if another team isn't connected to it, they can still send support to reinforce that, as long as one of the camp teams is in possession of it.
That would totally make sense, because when you click on one, it highlights all three of them.
Correct. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But I mean, we've positioned ourselves, and I'm sure most teams have, where they're all touching it, right?
Yeah.
But I'm very curious to see how this gameplay happens if that changes color to where you can actually attack the tower of the opponent that's connected. Like if you're holding it, are you able to start destroying on the other side? We'll have to wait and see how that plays out.
Yeah,
because that could be like a strategy, like to try to disconnect their connected tower.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would make sense to me, that like even if your tower is not connected, you could still support, but you may not be able to initiate rallies, right? So it's a way for a team to try, like, I'm wondering if like part of the experience is like you try to disconnect them and they're trying to disconnect you when they hold the actual building, so to say. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like it'll almost be like the point would be to hold it. If you hold it, start attempting to destroy the tower. They knock you out and take control. Well, now that they've knocked you out and taken control, you got to regain control and then and then they're rebuilding their tower while you're fighting to take control of it. It would bring an interesting dynamic to the actual battle.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then also it gives you that relief, like, okay, well, now we've disconnected them. They can't even get it. Now we're holding it longer,
Yep. Yeah, I mean, because if you cut them off entirely, then you pretty much just seal the deal on them.
If it doesn't play out like that, then it's really just going to be a back and forth for those, like, okay, rally, take control, fill it up, and then kind of go from there. And then we do know that there's going to be speed differences too, so that's going to be another interesting play towards that mini event, right? Like,
yeah, being able to get there faster. than to a
Exactly.
teleport.
You know. And then, I mean, this event also has the potential of being very teleport heavy, where like, okay, your units are returning really slow, so do you teleport and come back and whatever. So it's going to be very, very interesting how it plays out. Like almost as if like the front row of that are going to be whoever's up in the front is going to have to maybe teleport back to kind of go back into position, and so that area is not free teleport, so it's going to be interesting how the battle plays out there for sure.
Elaborate on that a little bit more for me. So if you're wanting to get like all of your troops back faster, you
Like
put away?
most battles of this magnitude, you're going to want to have your like strongest players on your team up front, right?
Mhm.
So let's say they're running the rallies or whatever, and like if the return, like we know it speeds up going to it because it's stated in the rules, but it doesn't mention anything about the return from the unit coming back to your hill. So if you're fighting with your strongest unit, let's say, right? Those in the front that are running the rallies and whatnot are going to have to port away and port back in order to like save time. So
Okay.
that's going to be one of the things in play.
Yeah, that's a good strategy.
And that would also be very teleport intensive. Now, someone asked the question of, is it going to be 4 hours? So yes, it is going. So basically, the time slots for this particular event are on every event are going to be the last 4 hours before protection starts. So it doesn't matter whether it's an 8-hour protection or a 16-hour protection. It'll play out the last 4 hours of fight time before protection starts. So some players have like 4 to 8. Other players may have 8 to 16. Other players might have 20 to 24, just depending on what your protection time situation is on your event. But those are the time slots of the actual battle for now. There has been some, complaints about that. The best idea I saw so far would be to flip-flop the two battle areas where it was the first 4 hours of protection and then the last 4 hours of protection. That's currently not the case. It is limited to the last 4 hours before protection. But I like the idea because there's two battle areas at different times. I like the idea where it would maybe in one battle area, it's 4 hours prior to, and then the next area is the first 4 hours of fight time. So I hope they make that change in a future event if they continue with this, because I think it'll allow for more participation from players that may not be able to necessarily make that time slot,
Hmm. Yeah, especially if you have a diverse team from all over the place, all over the world, it would help, certain
Yeah.
groups achieve more fight time and just, experience the event a little bit more. Or in my case, just lose a lot of sleep in order to be able to fight.
The units will return when it's fully occupied. Well, yeah, that's how a building. No, but what I'm talking about is like uh, there's 50 spots inside each unit, so that's going to be able to fill a lot of players. And I mean, you're talking 150 players can occupy these things.
So yeah, the whole event will be basically 4 hours in about
per day.
2-3 days from
For
now. Then in about a
Yeah.
week, the last half of the event will take place for 4 hours, and then that'll be it. So it's 2 separate weeks. Just here in a couple days is going to be the first round of 4-hour fighting. Then in a week after that, you're going to have another 4-hour window of fighting.
Matt, it's 50 players total, and I think anyone from your camp can do it. So you've got 3 teams, potentially, let's say 300 players on each side. So to fit 50 in each of the 3, I mean, that's 150 players would be fighting at the same time, potentially, you know.
Well, and some players have more than one troop they play with, like the bigger players anyway. It's not advisable for smaller players, but some people will be filling more than one konjac with a second troop if that's allowed in the rules, which we don't know.
Yeah, it looks like you can put 2 of your own in each konjac. Because if you click on the konjac, it says my station troops 0 of 2, total station troops 0 of 50.
Yeah.
So you don't have 6 different troops. So you kind of got to pick if you're going to use all 4 troops, which you're going to spread your, troops amongst.
Well, and it is a 4-hour fight window. So how you would play in that 4-hour fight window would be different than you play over a 16-hour fight window.
Very true.
Yeah, and the other thing
Depending
is,
on your
like,
size.
this is going to be very fungi intensive and very,
Healing intensive, all
stamina
that.
intensive. I mean, we've never really seen a battle like this. Like, I've been in a lot of different fights, right? But first off, the necessity to use multiple troops is rarely a thing, even for the strongest players in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's 1, maybe 2 troops you're using, but in this case, there's the potential that, like you said, you'd be using all 4 troops. Well, all 4 troops requiring fungi and stamina and whatever, it could be quite intensive. So that's part of the reason I'm pretty sure they limited it to 4 hours, because it's...
Well, and how often are you really with all 3 teams? Usually you're dividing and conquering on events like this. So you're like a 2v2 or like that type of stuff is common, but to have like all 6 teams rocking and rolling for 4 hours, I mean, that's going to be fun and interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to the sleep deprivation, but I think it'll be worth it, at least the first week, being so novel an experience.
Mine is the the tail end of our 4 hours is like really early in the morning for me.
Mm-hmm. Get your sleep now.
Yes, bank up those sleep hours.
Yeah, I'm usually up at that time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, this is actually, I'm not used to only having an 8-hour fight time, and so this is basically our event wound up being like my prime fighting time. So
awesome.
No work into the early mornings. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to this type of battle. To be honest with you, I think it's going to be a fun little mini event.
Oh yeah. And it's so cool that they improved the mini event or the event within an event in a way that both sides can somehow win at the end of it. There's not going to be a tie. I don't think it's going to come down to the millisecond where 2 people are.
Well, the thing is, this is also something to take into consideration. Like, I know of at least a dozen events that played out the same way that our last event played out, where both sides were kind of stuck at the gates. This is kind of like a natural extension of that. It's both teams are stuck at the gates, but there will be a clear-cut winner, right? Like,
Mhm.
so I'm kind of digging that idea because if you think about it, the last event, the Plump Fruit, and don't get me wrong, there were a lot of teams that were able to blow into the area of their opponent and grab a building. But like more often than not, a lot of teams were stuck at the gates and or got into the area, but then got pushed back type of thing to where it wound up as a tie. So I think a lot of players are used to this because of what happened last season with their teams. So this is just a more like formalized and like maybe what the intention was of the other one. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes you don't.
I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah. I mean, how could you have anticipated a tie? Really? I mean, that I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think anybody anticipated a tie last event. I think they knew what they had to do, but like, I mean, dude, honestly, like people were stacking towers and stuff like that, and like drawing out the time so that one team couldn't get in, the other team supported. Your campmates were supporting your towers and stuff, and so like it is. It's kind of. I mean, it's gonna play out a little bit like that, I think. So I'm just curious to see if we'll be able to attack opponents' towers on the other side of those things. That's like that's the thing I'm like. I want to see if the color changes like as your team occupies it, because you're not capturing it, you're occupying it, right? So it's going to be interesting, really. I'm looking forward to see how it plays out. If it doesn't and you can't attack the towers on either side, then I think it'll be a little like less intensive. But if you can actually destroy the towers on the other side, that's going to be a factor that those teams are going to have to like bank some clay to rebuild or to resupport a tower that's connected to it. And at the same time, that's going to be incentive for a team to attack that tower while it's being built in order to destroy a baby build, right? Because it destroys faster. So.
And the other question somebody had was, are the occupation points going to be like champion points, or are you going to get champion points for occupation points? The only thing I can see is that it's a separate point system for. Oh, okay, no. It says gain 1 champion point for 1 conjac point. So it looks like it's not a separate system. So you're going to gain champion points from occupying. So if you click on one of the conjacs, click on info, then the little I button, it says, gain 1 champion point. Station a troop at any conjac for 30 seconds, and you get 200 conjac points. So it's got to stay in there for 30 seconds to get that 200 points. And so if you're at 29, it looks 29 seconds in the conjac, it looks like no 200 points. But those are all going to add up to your champion points as well.
It's going to be a game of reset.
I kind of did the math a little bit here too. So there is a maximum amount of points you can gain from that. So it's like 60,000. So the way I'm calculating, like any individual player will basically max out if they were able to spend 2.5 hours total. Which sounds like a lot, but out of a 4-hour window of play, but you've got 3 conjacs and you could potentially have 3 teams earning points at the same time. So that 2.5 hours divided by 3, you could essentially max out if you're whatever. And I think that's done on purpose so that like these huge whales can't just unlimited get these points to make it a runaway. They may be able to assist in preventing the opposing team from gaining time in it, but it's not like at some point they're not earning any points for their team. And then here's another factor that if this event continues going forward, there is a huge advantage to bigger teams, okay? Because more participation, more activity means more players are earning the points from this being in those things. So like the smaller teams out there are at a major disadvantage because they, you know, if you have 50 players and let's say 20 or 30 of them show up to fight versus you have a 100-player team that 90 of them are showing up to fight, they're going to be able to earn a lot more points just naturally in this mini event. So keep that into consideration too as you select teams to go to on events.
Mm-hmm. Rhea asked me a question. I'll give you a little bit of a screenshot so you can kind of tell. This is what I think are the buildings you can enhance that are going to help with the Konjac fight. So these buildings in particular, no, this one's tower, tower, tower. Nope, I'm wrong. I'm looking for the fortress. Then I would say if these used to be fortress, I thought. Okay, yeah, I'm fighting for fortresses and towers. Okay, so I am right. So those three buildings are going to give you the special land habitat, the mutation flora, and the insect habitat are going to buff your fortress fighting ability. So defense for the insect habitat, attack for the mutation flora, and health for the special land habitat. I mean, other things might buff as well your troops in general, like your rally centers, because all of those buffs for attack, defense, and health stack. However, you can sort of get some additional buffs with these, you know, special land habitat, mutation flora, and insect habitat because they buff specifically when fighting fortresses and towers. Now, I know. Okay, so other than that, I mean, I think we covered the. If anyone has any last-minute questions before we move on to something else, we covered it more in depth than I thought we would. I even learned some things while on stage trying to figure this event out. Oh, there you go.
To answer your question, it's for sure 60K per day because I mean it's saying the daily points limit is 60K. It doesn't specify per Konjac or anything like that. So because that 200 points, you're gaining it on a you're gaining it on a scale of 30 every 30 seconds you get it. So yeah, it's for sure going to be daily.
Cool. So did anyone catch the long-awaited new request for some new hill skins? We finally got one in the treasure store. If you didn't notice, you can get that cabbage monster or whatever it's called, and I think it's an attack buff, which is nice because the other ones that you might have had remaining, or like me, I had a defense remaining, so that's cool. I wonder, I mean, I can only speculate that they're going to continue sprinkling new ones in here and there. I don't know how frequently, but it seems like they don't put a new one in there very often, so I wouldn't be surprised if we have to wait a little bit to get another one, but I'll probably be picking that up. As you can see, I have 9 of 10 branches. I'm so close.
I do like that skin better than the owl skin.
Oh, you don't like the owl skin?
What gave that away?
This owl doesn't like the owl skin? Oh.
I'm shocked.
I do
yeah,
I am
I will tell
sad.
you this. I
I'm
do like the little I do like the little mouse skin that was offered in this a lot. To be honest with you,
The mouse skin is super cute. The owl skin looks like it's taxidermy and demented as it spins around. I don't like it. I'm sad. I was like, oh my god, an owl skin. And then I went and went like, I'm sad.
it does.
I
Look
can't
kinda
handle
sad.
spinning. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad if they could you could shut off the fish jumping and the spinning, but it's not cute. It's not cute.
The mouse is really
Makes
cute
me
though.
sad.
I mean, in comparison, I think they did a better job on the icy mouse than the winter snowy owl.
The mouse is super cute. And I mean, I love an owl. I have been saying forever, yeah, they should have an owl skin. It's just such a missed opportunity for me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And you do get some, I don't know, some buffs from that metal, which look kind of nice. If you're a shooter, critical damage seems kind of nice to add to your critical damage capabilities. And then it looks like in 20 something days we'll be able to get, what is it, a ferret?
Yep. A white ferret.
Yeah, ferret.
It's cute. It's not an owl.
It's snowy themed though. Maybe if they have a wintry themed, I mean a summer themed owl, that one will look a little different. This one, maybe the look of it is because it's covered in snow. It doesn't look, majestic like an owl normally does.
Yeah, look at the eyes on the owl. What is the biggest feature on an owl?
Right. Yeah. The eyes.
Big eyeballs. This owl looks half asleep. And it's spinning.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done being sad. Not really.
oh man, you're gonna get it anyway.
Probably, but I will hate myself for it and I'll never wear it.
You're gonna wear it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna wear it. You're gonna fall in love with it. Let's be honest.
No, my favorite skin is
your theme.
My favorite skin is the tree, with the crystals dangling. That's adorable. I haven't really liked a skin since, but I think it would be much better. I wish that you had the choice to turn off some of the animations with some of the skins, because it's a lot when you have a bunch of skins all moving at the same time on your screen. It's quite distracting, but yeah. Anyway. I'll be sad over here. It'll take me a time to recover.
Yep. So, I don't know. I kind of want to get the ferret, but I don't know if I want to get the ferret because it just does health, and I'm not sure yet if that'll really do a whole lot for me. But I don't have an insect in that category yet because I think it's in the same category as the meerkat, or no? Looks kind of like a meerkat. Anyways.
It does look almost identical to the meerkat.
Mm-hmm.
I like those insect skins though. It gives a nice little bump up, especially being added. It's more. I'm more for the general buffs, so I like that the way that they've done that.
Yeah. Speaking of other season event stuff, I'm curious to know if people are happy or sad about their season ant S5 hatching. I've heard from a couple people on stage that they're pretty pleased, which I'm shocked at. I'm a little sad about mine. If anybody wants to type,
I think you just don't go with any of the strategies. You just hatching them as you go, aren't you?
I mean, I've tried strategies in the past, but I don't. Maybe I should try next round some kind of strategy that I used to have and see what happens. I've been happy in the past with it, but this time around I'm just a little. Nah. I wish it was. I wish it was more S5 ants per hatch than what I'm seeing. I mean, I have one natural hatch out of like 300 eggs, plus the one.
Oof. You've hit 300?
Almost.
Oh, bro. Holy cow.
Sorry, 231.
Okay, all right. Still a lot. But, yeah, I mean, didn't we calculate that, like, it was pretty much, like, 1 out of 120 natural
Yeah, pretty much.
is the average across, like, the players we polled?
Yeah.
Or 1 out of 125. So the reality is, if you're at 230, you should have gotten 3, right? The 1 from the 100th hatch and 2 naturally,
Yeah.
with one more upcoming if the average holds.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
You know, you
I'm
might-
3 eggs away from hatching something.
We did that poll after everyone hatched, right? Like at the end of the event. So it's still a bit early to tell because, you know, you might get 1 in every 130. You might get none in the 130, but then get 2 of them in the next 100 type of thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, if you wanted
So
to get
I think you're being too hard on yourself right now.
Well, I want him to get better, and if anyone else wants him to get better, I made a world suggestion that you can upvote if you want. It's right near the bottom.
You know what? You know, another, that kind of brings an interesting point on like what we should bring this up either in a future stage, but like, what are some of the strategies people use to, like, I know people that don't ever hatch them on hatch day because they feel they're going to get a better chance of getting an S5 or, you know, whatever that event is. I've had other people tell me to like hatch in a certain way, certain amount of ants. And, you know, so, I mean, there's all these unproven strategies that people kind of believe in. So I'm kind of curious what the audience thinks, like if they have a certain way that they hatch to try to improve their rate. I mean, for me, the biggest fail is that you can get a S1 or S2 ant in these events. That to me is like, just to be honest with you, quite garbage. I don't like, for me to get a wise berserker or, you know, whatever, some other season 1 ant, it's just ridiculous at this point because it's nothing but spore material really for more developed players. I can see it being okay if you're in like an earlier server, but even then it's
Yeah, compared to what you
not
can get.
ideal. Exactly. So I personally, I would love to see them just like remove all S1 and S2 ants, and I think that naturally would improve people's chances of getting other ants because there's less in the pool. Like, that's why I'm telling you that, like, I've always been a firm believer that, you know, there is some advantage to not winning a season, right? Like, if the ant that you're chasing isn't one of the rarer ants to hatch, like an S5 ant, like for example, if AC is the ant you're chasing, you're actually better off losing the event than you are winning the event because you have a higher likelihood of getting that ant. Now, if IV is the ant that you're chasing after, well, yeah, no, you got to win the event in order to have a better chance of getting it. But, you know,
Yeah, the
taking out the S1 and S2 ants out of the general season hatch is will improve everyone's odds of getting the more OP newer ant generation, I guess.
And I hadn't thought of that. So yeah, the explored hatch eggs, if you lose, you get AC, rainbow scarlet, blue velvet. But then if you win the event and get the dominated eggs, the hatch pool is increased by adding the golden chaser, giant jaw, and indigo velvet. So it's more challenging to hatch some of those three, like the AC, rainbow scarlet, and blue velvet, if that's what you want.
That's what I'm saying. So like there are some advantages. Lexi's making fun of me. I had some fun with BV on Pango. Yeah. Hey, Lexi, you're gonna be happy to know that that was my ant that I received. So I was able to 7-star that bad boy. So next Pango, we're gonna have to do some more testing.
Yeah, if you can 8-star that or 7-star.
Lexi and I, Lexi contacted me. Just so you guys know, there's a lot of new PvE tier lists, and we were like messing around with like what was a better outcome, and from what I was using before, which BV was not one of them, but we popped it in, and my average score went up pretty significantly. So we're gonna have to continue that theory now that I got an extra dupe on the event. So make sure you hit me up on Guardian Pango Day, because we're going to definitely push that testing a little more this week, Lexi.
So where do you have your BV now?
7-star.
Unascended?
Unascended, yes, of course, unascended. Come on, bro. I'm not you hatching 400 eggs in day one.
Okay, whatever.
I can't complain about my hatching though. Like I think I'm at like 160 or something for my hatches, and I got 2 of the ants I wanted, both giant jaw and AC, like first day.
I'm only happy because like I hatched like the 2 ants I needed the dupes for to bring them up to 7 stars. I got them in the first day of hatching. So like that to me was just like insane. The legit, the 2 ants I wanted, those are the ones I got. So that has never happened to me in the history of this game. Just impossible, just like everybody else, if I'm a shooter main, I'm getting all carrier ants. If I'm a guardian main, I'm getting carrier and shooters. It's just like crazy. So for me to get the 2 ants that I wanted, I was very, very, very happy. So
my issue is Kiwi. Having the stuff to star them up.
I was saving Kiwi. I was saving spores. I was saving the material to swap. I was saving exotic. I had like 90 exotic shells going into this event, because on the off chance that I would get the ant that I wanted to bring it up to a higher star level. So like, but at the same token, I'm like, I haven't hatched an IV yet. So, I mean, that one's continuing to escape me, and it's one that I could use to, have a much better shooter march, but whatever. That's the game, guys,
Yeah. You win some, you lose some.
Exactly. I just want to get through this event, have some fun. I've got some really, really good campmates this time. We've all been working very well together, and our build paths and communication with them is awesome. So, like, I'm looking forward to this event. It's been a while since I've actually been in the planning and leadership of a team to plan out an event. So I'm looking forward to fighting next to the teams that we matched up with.
Yeah, Yeah, that's awesome.
Although I don't see my friend in here, he might not have made it. I do have a friend that typically joins stage, and he's on our opponent's side, so I wasn't very happy to see that, but it is what it is.
I'm happy to kick Nim's butt for laughing at me about my egg hatches.
Your guys' event is pretty even Steven, right?
I think
it could go
so.
either way.
I think so. I think I think strategy is going to come into play a lot. I think either way. I mean, it's one of those events where you're like, I honestly don't care win or lose. Personally, it's just my personal opinion, because we're having so much fun, and like it's kind of like when you're being challenged by people that you respect and know play just as hard as you do. You're like, shake the hand at the end of the day, good game, and let's go for beers. And I think that's the kind of event we're on. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, because I think we're going to fight hard and get challenged, which is super nice for our team.
Bug's being quiet. Uh-oh. I don't like that. I don't like that quiet.
I was just gonna make.
He's either confident
in stage audience, but
you're either too confident, Bug, or you running a little scared there.
I think the same, man. It's gonna be a good fight, regardless. Our teams both have had the problem of nobody wants to fight us. They kind of fight a little bit and then sort of just say it's not worth it, and then we're bored silly the rest of the event. So I think this will be cool.
I've never experienced that myself.
Yeah, right. But it's nice though, because like the thing is, you come to these events, yes, you come to win, but you come to like play hard and like lose sleep and get challenged by your opponents. And when you're continually running into that, it's like you're like, why do we even bother? So it's nice to be on an event that we can really grind.
I think I'm gonna do something. Here right now. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, I don't have the permissions to do it. Are you kidding me, Charmaine? Charmaine.
I don't know what he wants to do, but I feels like it's a no.
Put a poll in the live chat. Put a poll in the live chat. Team Nim or Team Bug? I cannot believe I don't have the permissions to do that. That is crazy.
Right now they're tied 2-2.
That is crazy.
Nah, it's good. I like it when you can respect your enemies too.
I cannot put up a poll. This would have been a perfect opportunity to put a poll up.
I almost don't want to know.
You have to be able to do it, right?
I feel like Bug is more popular than me, so like it's an automatic.
You can't do it either? It doesn't allow. Come on, there's no way. You're an admin. Give yourself the permission. Wow.
I'm Switzerland. You're neutral, Rhea.
Wow.
That's funny.
I wonder. Oh, come on. This would have been a perfect opportunity. Like of all the stages, I haven't had a good conversation where we could put a poll to see what the audience thinks. Team Nim or Team Bug?
It would have been Team Bug. Nim.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I think so. He's got more friends than me.
Oh yeah, I could do that. I guess make a message, but doesn't the poll go at the top so everyone can see it? But all right,
next time. And then we'll have some results to show with the Konjac war.
Yeah, but we got it. Oh, here we go. I like it. All righty. Let's see what happens. This is awesome.
Oh, boy.
Team Nim, the poll is up, guys. The poll is up.
Vote for Spicy Burrito Bug. You'll get season 5 matches.
Bug, it's tied. It's tied.
I'm dying. Ow, my face hurts.
Awesome. Nim pulled ahead.
Uh-oh, Nim's winning. Oh, man.
Give me a second. I must go into my Discord and announce it.
Need to
Come on,
message
get it.
every one of my friends.
Yeah, go get all my friends.
That's hilarious. Oh man. So yeah, it's kind of cool that you guys are both at the same event.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, and it's nice to know, like I said, it's nice to know that you're going to be against a team that's going to challenge you and actually let you get kills or get killed, and enjoy every second of it. Because for us, I know my team, we just love the fight, love the challenge, love all of the mechanics of the game. So it's fun to be against someone.
I'm the same way. I think the events when they're close are like the most entertaining, and honestly, they're the most hair pulling, right? Like you got to think, and I mean, like that for me, that's like why I enjoy the game, right? Like, so the better the matchmaking is on the devs part, the more entertainment I feel that you get from the game. Playing like that. I mean, I know there's a lot of players that would disagree and like they want an event where they win every single time or whatever, but I think the challenge is more important than the actual win or loss of the event. Like the rewards are almost identical. There are, and as I stated earlier, there are advantages to not winning the game or the event if you're seeking a certain type of ant. So, the blowout type events are not something that I'm always going to be competitive and I'm always going to try to win regardless, but they're not as fun. I will tell you that for sure. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with you guys on I'd rather have a nice close event than that. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Snoopin. The beware of scammers. We should probably announce that one too, right? Before we
Do we have a picture of that? I can grab one.
I got it right here. So, most of you should have. I'm going to post it. Most of you should have gotten the email in game, but we're going to post it here just so you know. Usually, when we see something like this, it is because something must have happened in game or a couple times or whatever, and so the fairy is sending a friendly reminder to beware of scammers in the game trying to do things. Now, I will always tell you guys to err on the side of caution. There are some exceptions to this email that I've seen players think that it's a scam and it turns out it's not. But for the most part, if you guys are unsure of a message, an unsolicited message or something like that comes across, you can always go into official Discord and ask one of the mods or admins or even any of our stage team members, and we can help lead you to see if it's a legit thing. The biggest one that I've seen that people think is a scam that really turns out not to be. Still, I would be cautious if it happens to you, but newer players that wind up buying packs and stuff in the game at some point may get a message from the fairy or GM or something along those lines. Typically, and it's directing them to go to Discord or something along those lines. But typically those are legit. Not always, so you got to be very careful. The way you would know is the frame that is with that message that you get actually says GM on it, so you know it's a message from the game developers. But I would, if you ever do get any type of message that you are uncomfortable with or feel that it could be a scam, it does not hurt to take a few extra minutes and contact someone that's trustworthy, like any of the mods on official opening a ticket on official, you're going to get the proper response that way. Like they will tell you whether it's legit or not. And so bear that in mind. It's obviously all of you here on stage know this Discord is for official purposes. So you'll get the proper direction for sure. Oh, see, I know. Sorry, Charmaine, giving the mods more work, but that's what they're here for. I'm sure they would rather not see players getting scammed in the game. So, and to be honest with you, we don't even know why this. We don't even know why this message was sent out. This is the first time I've seen it. I think maybe second time that a warning like that has come across. So I don't know the exact situation that caused it, or maybe there were multiple situations. But regardless, that is a legit and just honestly a smart way to handle things if you're not sure. And the other, I'm sorry. And then the other tool, if you don't want to go on official, is if you go into the Ants community section in the game, there is a contact GM icon that you can click on and send a message directly to the GM, and they'll be able to answer it if it's a legit message or not. So I'm going to post those right here, but if you click on that contact GM, you can send a message right to the ferry, basically. Should I? Charmaine, I don't even. That contact GM is monitored by actual fairies in the game. So, like, you guys will get legit information from that. And even honestly, even if you have questions in game or whatever, you can always message that, and they'll direct you to the proper channel. So, like, if they may tell you to go to Discord and open a ticket, or they may tell you to, or they may just contact customer care on your behalf. But, things like even if you were muted in game or sent a warning in game or something along those lines, you can contact GM in game and request further information as to what caused it. So sometimes translation issues will cause a mute warning or even a potential mute. So, that's a good tool if you guys are not aware of it. You guys have anything else to add for today?
Just along those lines, like if you get an account asking to be your friend on Discord, you can check to see how new the Discord account is by clicking on the profile. And one of the things that tips me off that somebody's trying to scam me somehow is that their Discord account was just recently created within the last, month or less. That's not going to always be the case, but usually that person then later asks me some inappropriate question, whether it's to play a different game or whatever, just trying to do things that aren't allowed on the Ants Discord server.
Here's the other thing too. If you're getting messaged, the thing is, like, the reason why a lot of people think it's a scam when the fairies contact you in game is because it's a new hill that gets created into the server. But they are able to make the chat frame into a GM so it's official. But it typically is a newer hill, so people get free. That when it happened to me, I got freaked out. I'm like, what the hell is this? And it turned out it was legit. So, like, but I did wind up going into official and, like, questioning it and whatever before I gave any more information. And then even, like, looking into the Discord that they wanted to direct me to, it was obviously someone official that was labeled as a fairy and stuff like that. So it was an older Discord account. But overall, my suggestion would be if you get any type of message you feel uncomfortable with, go and open a ticket. But sometimes they are for your benefit. So you want to make sure that you're getting a legit response. It's exactly what happened with me snooping, is that the first VIP fairy message is like kind of a weird one. So people that are new to the game are the ones that, will get that message typically. And then once they played for a while, their fairy is established and whatever, and you communicate with them back and forth. I've had like 4 fairies. So like, I'm not I think my fairies like to drop me because I'm kind of overwhelming for them.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
All right. What does the vote look like? Since you went to all the work to make it happen.
Let's see.
I don't know where it is.
I think Nim won. Nim. Oh, you won, Nim. 11-8. So
Look
Nim,
at me go.
Nim,
I actually
Nim.
voted for myself after Jake Dog voted for Bug. Rude.
Ooh. so Nim,
He was
you have
losing.
to win. And Bug, you have to prove everyone wrong.
Right.
All right?
It'll be a constant check-in.
I want to see billions of kills from each team. That's it. The
Same.
audience has voted.
Yep. Thanks,
I was going to say we should talk about maybe doing a backstage. I liked the conversation about strategies for hatching and stuff. That'd be a fun, entertaining topic for backstage if the audience is interested in having us do more backstages and more casual hangout type events.
How about this? Maybe not day 1, but maybe day 2 of the battle for the Conjax. What time is your battle, guys?
Early
Like for the Conjax?
early in the
4
morning.
It'd be 4 to 8. Yeah, 4 to 8.
2 in the
4
morning,
to 8
6 in the morning. Great time.
4 UTC to 8?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's mine too.
Yeah, that's mine too. That's all 3 of
We're all
ours.
going to be tired.
We could do. Like, here's the thing. It wouldn't be bad to do a backstage with that.
Mm-hmm.
If the audience wants that, we may be able to maybe do it the first half of that, right?
Yeah,
I can showcase my event. So like, I'm on a team now that I can put a live while we're fighting or whatever. So maybe we'll do that. And I'm sure you guys don't have any objection from your teams to show your ongoing battle at the time, or do you?
I'll have to double check because I don't think I've ever asked, but I wouldn't want to like convert yeah, I'll have to ask.
I know my team
don't think
wouldn't
so,
care
but-
because I know for a fact my team wouldn't care because I'm positive it's going to be streamed by a couple different streamers that are on the event, so it's not going to matter one way or another. So I could do mine if worst case scenario, even if your guys' teams have objections to it. So I think that would be a good idea, just so we could showcase how the battle plays out. Maybe give some strategies as we're learning them ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys
I'll
in the
inquire.
audience, just put a quick yes or no if it's something you would be interested in seeing.
Yeah, and I just want to remind everybody before we disappear for this Sunday is to post your in-game ID in our ID channel. Please be patient. I have had some people ask about where their little gift from Fairy is, but sometimes it takes a little longer. I'm not in charge of when they arrive. I'm just in charge of getting the information where it needs to go. So patience is a virtue. What else? Suggestions. we have a stage suggestion, or is it stage suggestion? I don't know. My brain's not working.
Stage topics.
Stage topics channel. If you have any suggestions or things you'd like to see us talk about, or even about backstage, you'd like to see more of those, please put your suggestion in our stage topics channel. We do read them. We talk about them. What else was I going to say? I don't know. My brain is taking a vacation. Anyone else on our lovely stage team? Oh, that's another thing. See, it is kicks in once in a while. We always want to talk about staff. There's a ton of different staff opportunities. I see Charmaine in the audience if she wants to post the links to that. It may not be stage team because talking live might not be your thing, but there are a ton of other types of staff teams where you can be supportive of the game that we all seem to love and cannot seem to quit. And yeah, so check it out. Check out the recruitment channel and see what opportunities might suit you. There is always openings on the stage team too, and we're always looking for people who want to chit chat and talk about the game.
Cool.
Charmaine's going to force me into the mod team because I'm giving them more work. So stay tuned.
Seems fair.
Oh, since you're offering all your participants in stage to seek out a mod, now you got to handle that too. Oh boy.
Yeah, but that's all I've got for today. Anybody else?
I think we're all set.
Cool. Well,
Yeah, I think.
Good luck. Good luck on your events. It's a couple more days. By the time we have our next official stage, if we don't do the backstage, but I think we're going to do the backstage. But the events the mini event will have gone and came, so we'll at least recap on how the information we've gathered from various players across the game play out, and how whether they liked it better than the plum fruit or not. So it'll be a good topic next week.
Yeah, good luck, everyone.
Yeah, and I'll tell you how I'm doing.
Good luck, everyone except him.
What?
Yeah,
you said good luck, everyone. But you forgot to add the except Nim, because if Nim's luck comes her way, that means
No, I include Nim in that. She's gonna need luck.
Love you too, Bug. Thanks, little segue there. I'm watching you. All right. Well, everybody go out and enjoy your Sunday.
Yep.
All right, guys. See you next time.
Yeah. See you soon on a backstage where I've officially kicked Bug's butt.